I'm live. I am delighted to have two wonderful people today that I so admire, Kira Grossman and Patty Villa. They're with Voices with Children, and we're going to learn all about the exciting things that are coming up for you all. One, in fact, this week. But before, we have to thank South Florida PBS. Thank you, South Florida PBS, for being our sponsor week after week. If you're not a member, and I'm sure you guys are, you get one of these once a week, and it's a magazine that tells you everything that's going on with stories. And on top of WXCL and WPBS, there's an allhealthtv.com channel and all kind of information that you can get for free. So it's really something you should look into and support, don't you think?
Of course.
Right. Okay, so this week we have an exciting event coming up at the Heat Arena. You want to tell us about that, Kira, first of all?
Sure.
And Kira, by the way, is chair of the Voices for Children.
Yes, I am the newest chair for Voices for Children. I'm very proud to take over this lovely position from Vince Castro, who's our prior chair. Mm-hmm. And actually, he was the one who founded the first Party for a Cause event that we ever had. And that's the event that we have coming up this Thursday at the Heat Arena. We're very, very excited for that. Party for a Cause is the concept behind Party for a Cause is to bring the next generation and the younger generation to an event to explain to everyone exactly what Voices for Children does. Lots of people know what a guardian ad litem is and their purpose with the foster kids in our community, mm-hmm. but a lot of people don't know the connection between Voices for Children and the guardian ad litem program. So Voices for Children is kind of the backbone for the guardian ad litem program here in Miami-Dade County. We support the program, which is all children that are foster kids are required to have a voice in court, a right. guardian mm-hmm. ad litem. It's written into law, but it's not funded by the state. So Voices for Children is the organization that does all of the fundraising to make sure that we support all of the foster kids that we have here in Miami-Dade County, to make sure that they all have the resources that they need, whether it's back to school supplies, whether it's uniforms, whether it's shoes, and that they have that guardian ad litem that's there next to them in court.
And that's what's incredible, because I think most people think it's funded by the government. And you do all this stuff. I mean, we just had a golf tournament at Lagos and made a ton of money, but what great support you get. And to have people like you willing to step up. And we were talking about, you have social work in your background.
I do.
Which makes you kind of natural for being a chair of this, don't you think?
Yes, yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually started out being a social worker for Children's Home Society many years ago. And I was doing the supervised visitation for children when they're taken away from their parents. Wow. It's a very tough situation for those kids. They're very scared. And I was the person that was there making sure that they had their visitations with their parents each week.
Right. So and then you ended up graduating from FIU and going to law school, and now look where you are.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
giving back.
Yes, I'm a lawyer. That's my day job besides being chair for Voices for Children. And I actually do serve as a guardian as well, but in a lawyer capacity for family cases. So high conflict family cases. A little different than the foster children.
And then what kind of law do you practice?
I do family law and civil litigation.
Well, it kind of makes sense.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, right. And so aside from the Party for a Cause, you have something in October we were talking about,
so
right?
October 6th, we have our annual luncheon. So there's a couple events that we do every year. We're very happy to have Party for a Cause back because we haven't been able to do that because of the pandemic and whatnot. Right. So this is our first time back doing Party for a Cause since, I believe, 2019. Yes. Yeah. And so we're very excited to bring that back because it's really important to bring the next generation out and learn about Voices for Children.
Now, can people still sign up or come to Party for a Cause?
Of course.
Okay, and how would they go about doing that?
We have all of the information on our website. You can check out our Instagram. And we're constantly posting on social media, and so it's something that all of the information is on our website and on our Instagram.
Okay, so what is the price of a ticket, and What time is it? Give us all the details.
All the details.
Say I wasn't already going. I wanted to go.
Well, what time are you arriving?
At 6 o'clock.
Yes. So it's actually the location of the event is actually on the back courtyard. So if you've ever been to a Heat game, they always do. They have BMWs and whatnot that are out in that back courtyard. They always have music and the entertainers out. So it's that covered courtyard area that's on the back side of the arena, kind of where the old bongos used to be. If I'm dating myself now. But it starts at 6 o'clock. You can go onto our website. You can purchase tickets. We have a lot of great sponsors that are going to be supporting us, including Tito's. So we thank you, Tito's, very much. And we have a lot of great people. We always have great presenters. So come out and learn about exactly what Voices for Children does, and it's going to be a really fun event. We try to make it really fun because that's how you get the next young generation out there.
So is there music? And
oh yeah, we're going to have a great time.
Okay, good. Yeah. And so it's an open bar.
Oh yes.
Food.
Yes. There's going to be, bites, and definitely we have the bar and the entertainment. And then obviously you're going to hear about what we do.
About Voices for Children. That's great. Yeah. So Voices for Children is also involved in this trip that you're taking.
That's right.
Patty's got a trip planned.
Yes, we have a trip planned.
And it's called Blue
Mission.
Blue Mission.
Blue Mission.
Right.
And
So
I'm just so excited to be part of this organization, Voices for Children, and Blue Mission, partnering with them. We're taking 20 foster kids to the Dominican Republic, Katie Black and I, on July 16th. And we're staying there for 8 days. And we're going to build a water system for the people of El Campo.
I can hardly wait to see pictures of this.
Yes, the people that do not have electricity, do not have running water. We want to, when Katie Black became CEO of Voices, what she wanted to do was to give children experiences, right?
Right.
Because when you have experiences, that changes the lens of how you see the world. And it can make you believe that anything is possible, especially for these foster children. So taking them down there, going to see, kids and people that are living on maybe 10 cents a day is going to give them a whole new perspective on life. And I'm just happy that we're going, as chaperones with the children, and to have this experience. I was telling Katie, I said, I'm looking so forward to just sitting at night, looking at the stars and talking to the kids about life and giving them life advice, seeing what goals they have, what are their dreams, and making them help them understand that anything is achievable regarding whatever circumstances that you are in. If you have a goal and you have a dream, go for it. You can achieve it.
Right. And then the people that you're helping in the DR.
Yes.
How does Blue Mission, do they have people on the ground there all the time, or how does that work?
They do.
Are they just in the DR, or are they all over?
No, they are in the DR, and I know they want to expand.
Okay.
It was started by Danny and Cheeky, his father, who's the CEO of the company.
Okay.
They are amazing humans that are really helping the community down in the DR. And Danny's journey started when he was 18 years old. And he went down there on a mission trip and just fell in love with the people there. And his young soul, just graduating from high school, said, I really need to do something to help these people. And that's how he got involved. And
Well,
that's
you told
how
me
he
there's
started
some
the journey.
schools that do trips down there
That's
too?
correct. Yes, Belen, Columbus, I believe Lourdes, Carlton, just kids from all over, high school kids, adults. They're even taking, actually, I was on the phone with Cheeky on Friday night, and he was sending me pictures from the DR, because the way they have can get some Wi-Fi is like maybe finding a tree where there's a little bit of Wi-Fi. Because remember, we're all going into a circumstances where we're not going to have running water. Right, I already have some of my things packed. We're taking a sponge bath.
I was telling you need to take the electrolytes.
That's right. You were telling me to take the electrolytes because of the heat and everything we're going to be experiencing.
The powder.
But
the powder,
but he got under, I don't know, he was standing under a tree and called me and said, I need to send you these pictures because I know the kids are going to have a powerful experience, but the chaperones are as well. So
Right.
going back to Cheeky and Danny, they are amazing humans. They're helping society in the DR. They're
Now,
giving
do
back.
they live there?
No, they live here in Miami, and they go back and
Okay,
forth.
so then there's 4 of you that are going to be chaperoning 20 kids?
Yes, or five of us that are going to be chaperoning 20 kids. But one thing I want to say about Cheeky and Danny is that since their organization has been gaining momentum,
Yeah.
there's a lot of companies that are talking to them and are doing team building.
Yeah, that makes perfect
Right,
sense.
because I and Kira, the three of us were talking about this before the show started. We're living
Absolutely.
in unprecedented times.
Right.
Okay, and people are trying to find a sense of purpose. They're
Mhm.
also trying to be committed to their jobs, right? And
Mhm.
what better way than to build a team at a company than going on a trip like this,
Yeah.
right? And giving back to society and really learning what life is about.
And then, like you said, having a goal of you're building a system.
Exactly. And you're
Yeah.
building a water system because I'm going to
So
be
when
honest,
you
I
leave,
can't
it's
wait
gonna
to
be a
come
better
back
place.
and show you all the pictures because I know that it's going to be an amazing experience for all of us.
Yeah.
And Senator, I want to say Senator Rene Garcia is going on the trip.
Oh, yeah. Well,
We are so excited that he is coming on the trip with us and to travel with the kids. And it's just going to be fantastic to have his energy and leadership around us.
Well, I told him I know him through Safe Haven for Newborns.
Yes.
Which is another great
A great organization.
Yeah.
That's right.
And but he's always there.
Yes.
Yeah. He's
always
such a
there
good
to
person.
support. No, and
Yeah,
I want
I'm so
Kira to
happy
say the
he's going with
story.
you.
And we definitely also want to thank Congressman Jimenez. So
Yeah.
it's hard enough for any parent to go and get the passport for your own child the first
Right.
time, jumping through the hoops, filling out all of the
Oh, I
documents.
didn't even think about that.
Imagine 20 foster kids. And that was, we owe such a debt of gratitude to
Did you have to get
Congressman.
passports for
Of
them?
course, we
Oh,
had to get
wow.
passports for all of the children, and so we are incredibly indebted to Congressman Jimenez for his, assistance with Voices, with getting all of these passports and making sure that we were able to get these children to the Dominican Republic. So we are
Well, how
very
fun is that, though? No, for
grateful.
kids that are foster kids to have their
Well,
own passport.
that's one of the things
that's
that I want to do.
that's a whole nother, and that's 10 years,
and
right?
imagine how many of them have never been on an airplane.
Right.
For sure.
Well, and
Yeah.
having a passport, right? So
Having a
this
passport is huge.
This is a huge deal. So when we get
Yeah.
down there, I want to talk to these kids and I want to film these kids because we are going to do some short stories that I want to share with the community
Right.
and ask them, how do you feel that now that you have a passport and with this passport you can travel the world?
Right.
That's one thing that Katie and I really want to
So it
show
opens them
them
up.
and open their eyes to the world is yours. And you can travel it and you can go wherever you want and learn about culture and experience and meet new people. And it's just going to be a beautiful experience.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm jealous. That
Yes.
sounds like, except for the heat.
Yes,
Except for the
except
heat.
for the
Yes,
heat.
yes.
I think you're going to lose weight when you go.
I know. I think so too, because we're going to
So-
be eating rice and beans and a
Rice
little
and
bit
beans
of
and,
yes.
water with a bunch of electrolyte powder,
Yes, yes.
in it, right? So after this, so we've got this thing, and what else? What do you do during the middle of the? I mean, you've got to be fundraising all the time.
We are, yes.
So you go after foundation grants.
Correct.
What-
We go after as many grants as possible in order to make sure that we fill all of the gaps. Obviously, private funding, corporate sponsors, and so we've really tried to revamp the way that we're going to tackle fundraising in the next fiscal year, just because we think there's better ways to do it. And so we're going to be rolling out some interesting packages and hope that people jump on the opportunity to continue to support Voices. We were very, very, very grateful that Commissioner Danielle Cohen-Higgins put forth an item last year that was able to give Voices additional funding. And so part of that money is
good.
helping with these experiences that we're able to provide these children, just like Blue Mission. We also have an amazing room at our office.
Yeah.
So it's called the Comfort Closet. So one of the things that we always see whenever you have a child leaving, being taken out of their home, sometimes they only have the clothes on their back.
Right.
Sometimes they have all of their belongings in a garbage bag. So we make sure that every foster child has a pillow. They get a little comfort kit for whatever they need: shampoo, conditioner, toothbrushes, toothpaste. We have, feminine products. We have school supplies. We've got toys. So we have basic necessities in that comfort closet
Yeah.
to make sure that when a child does get removed, that they immediately have access to resources and basic need items
Yeah.
so that they don't miss a beat.
Do you do anything with the Magic Waste Foundation?
We do not currently, but I'm interested to learn more
No,
about
because
that.
I remember that Rudy had these beautiful huge duffel bags that he would give kids in foster care because they were going, sometimes they would go with a garbage bag from one house to another or wherever they had to go. And he thought it was important that they had something that was, more
Theirs.
like, that was theirs, but also they were really nice. I mean, they were gigantic bags. You should talk to him.
Yeah. So in terms of the events that we have coming up, obviously we have the Party for a Cause this Thursday at the Heat Arena. Then we
Right.
have our luncheon October 6th. We have moved it from Parrot Jungle. It's now going to be in Coral Gables at the Lowe's. So we're very excited for that.
And everybody has to
Lowe's
come
is-
dressed as a superhero.
Yeah.
Everybody has to come dressed as
Oh,
a
well,
superhero.
that just brings it to a whole new level.
Oh,
'cause we have
it
people
does.
that'll come
It
just
does
because they can
because
dress.
we wanted to do something totally different, right?
That's so
And bring
fun.
a lot
So
of.
where are you going to do it? And what?
It's at the Lowe's
I know, but I'm.
in the ballrooms. It's the brand new Lowe's.
Well,
That's
no,
in
no,
Coral
no. I've been
Gables.
there. I've been there. No, I don't think I've really taken the. I've probably seen the ballroom. I've just forgotten what they look like, but
It's
they're
very
really
nice.
big.
Very, very,
Yeah.
very nice. Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
they
we were
hold
just
how
here
many
for
people?
for another event.
And Lori Jennings has been our
Oh, Lori
host for
Jennings,
so
she's
many years. We
great.
love her, and she's
Yeah.
coming as Wonder Woman in the full
No.
getup. Oh yes, so we are very excited for that. And then we always have our back to school event where we host foster kids. We along with Old Navy. And actually, Nomi Health is the one that has underwritten the entire event for us. Will be the
Oh,
second
that's
year.
great.
For anyone who doesn't know about Nomi Health, they are the ones that did all of the COVID testing for all of Miami-Dade County. So
Right.
when you went to Tropical Park to get tested, it's that corporation.
Right.
And so we're very fortunate. We have our newest board member, Ron Goncalves. He's with Nomi Health. We're very excited to have them as a continued sponsor with
Mhm.
our efforts for the back to school event and many other events that they've been very, very fortunate to assist us with. And then we have our gala, and we really go all out for the
The
gala.
gala was awesome.
So I'm not sure if
Really,
anyone has
really top-notch.
seen the news, but it looks like the Mandarin is going to no longer be around for a while since Squire took over that property.
Yeah.
So it's our last year at the Mandarin, who has also been an amazing partner
Right.
of Voices for many years. So
It's such a beautiful property.
it's a
It is.
beautiful property, and we really try to go all out for the gala.
Yeah.
And since it's our last year at the Mandarin, we have some really interesting and amazing ideas that are going to be coming in
Oh,
to
so
fruition.
you're not going to let us know what the theme is
No,
Not yet.
not
yet?
yet.
Okay, so you have to come back.
Yes, we will definitely come
Definitely
back.
come back for that.
And then we'll share the magic of the gala.
The magic of the gala. So we're going to have, and you have great entertainment. Yeah, it was really a super night.
Yes.
So what else can you tell me about that people might not know about Voices for Children? How it started? Because I don't think people know the history either.
Well, and it's very interesting. So Katie's mother and Mayor Kava actually were some of the founders of Voices for Children. It started in 1984, so it's been around for many years.
Yeah.
And for those people who don't know what a guardian ad litem is, they are volunteers. Many of them are volunteers. Some of them are paid, but many of them are volunteers. And anyone can be a guardian ad litem for a foster child. And all that means is you have to go out and get trained and make sure that you're on top of your child at least once a month, making sure that they have everything that they need, that they're going to school, that they're going to the doctor, that they're going to the dentist. You know, these are children who don't have anyone. Some of them are in foster care, some of them are in shelters, and they really need that person that's going to be able to be there, that's consistent, because nothing else in their life at that stage is consistent.
Right.
And if anyone wants to go on a court tour or sit in a dependency hearing, we can facilitate that as well. You can get in touch with me or Katie or Patty. Go onto our website. But to really give back, you can if you don't have the financial ability to donate, then donate your time. And the best way to donate your time is to get trained and become a guardian ad litem and help our foster kids in Miami-Dade County. It's very impactful.
So do you sponsor like tours for groups of people that might be interested, taking them? Is that something you do on a regular basis, or is it just person by person that's interested and you just kind of,
It
instead
really
of trying to get a group of people?
it really depends on how many people we have at any given moment. A lot of the court system moved to Zoom, which is actually
Yeah.
more beneficial for the dependency cases just because of
bet.
how many people need to be logged on to those hearings. So I mean, for every one case, you have, anywhere between 10 and 15 people logged on. So
Oh,
imagine
wow.
how many people would have had to have been in court. So especially now with Zoom, we can accommodate adding people to hearings very
Yeah.
easily instead of having to go downtown, find parking, go into the courthouse. So we can accommodate tours very easily because it's essentially just logging into Zoom and watching one of these proceedings.
So that makes it easier for the person that's the guardian ad litem.
Of course.
But do they must have personal in person contact with
yes,
the child that
they're required to at least see the child once a month
once
to
a
make
month.
sure that they, there is some hand
Yeah.
holding and contact.
Yeah.
And then they obviously have to report back. There's a whole training, and we do the guardian ad litem training in our Voices for Children office in
Mhm.
downtown. And so anyone can, those are larger groups. So we wait until we
Right.
have a decent amount of people to do the training, and then we do the guardian ad litem training in our office.
Okay. And you said you are a guardian ad litem.
I am. I do more of my guardian work on the family cases and not the dependency cases. That my dependency work comes as chair of Voices instead of boots on the
exactly.
ground.
Well, no, but you explained to me that the family and the certain ones need to have lawyers. They can't just be anybody.
Right.
Right.
There are different kinds of guardians and attorney ad litems versus guardian ad litems, and then you have different statutes that govern the different kinds of cases. So there's dependency court, which is all the kids that are in foster care. Those are, or any abused, abandoned, or neglected children. That's dependency court. And then
Yeah.
family court is any, divorce, paternity, or domestic violence case.
Oh, and those are tough ones.
They're a little different. They're all tough. All
Yeah,
tough.
I would think they're all tough, but it takes a special heart to be able to tackle something like that.
It definitely does, and that's
Yeah.
why we
So, my
we
hat's
love
off to you.
our guardians so much and appreciate the hard work that they do, volunteers and our staff.
And do you ever do anything just for your guardian ad litems to thank them?
We just
Oh,
had a luncheon
yeah.
this past
Did you?
Saturday.
I was
and it
gonna ask you,
absolutely,
yeah.
it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
We honored several of them that were there, and many of them shared stories.
And did you send me a press release on that?
Yeah, I'm going to.
You're going to,
I'm
yeah.
going to.
Look for it. Look for it on our website coming up.
It was spectacular. It was really a spectacular event
Oh,
on
that's
this
lovely.
past Saturday.
Yeah. So how many do you have at this point?
How many guardians?
Guardians.
Oh
Yeah.
well, I don't know the exact numbers of how many guardians we have. I do know that we have about.
I'm sure it fluctuates too because
It does. I mean, a lot of them are volunteers. So, if you end a case and start a new case, I mean, we have lots of guardians that are signed
when
up
do
to
they
be
end?
guardians. When they're discharged by the court.
oh, is that it? So you take. So is it? But there's no particular age that you say I'm going to take them until they're 21 or
So
or 18 or.
Whenever you have volunteers, especially that are guardians, sometimes they never stop being a guardian. And you have
Yeah.
guardians that have been involved with these children since whenever they were assigned to be the guardian, and even beyond when they no
So now-
longer need to be the guardian, and just continue to stay in touch with these
Because they've
children
invested.
because that's a lot of time that they've invested in.
Yeah.
A lot of these children are better off because the guardians never stopped being in their lives and being present. We even had one of our board members who took in one of our aged out children. So
Yeah. And that's a tough one when they age out. How are you involved at all with helping the kids age out?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
We have been trying to help, especially with the economy these days, with rental
Yes.
assistance, food. I mean, the times that we're living in right now are so difficult. I mean, the regular population with jobs and no burdens and no, baggage, for lack of a better word, have a hard enough time making ends meet, let alone these children that are now aged out, that are still, trying to find their way in the world. And so we've definitely tried to assist with, rental assistance and being able to provide them food, job opportunities. We even were able to buy one of our aged out children a car because we knew that that was the only way that
Could go to work
they
or
would be
something.
able to continue to go to work.
Yeah.
So they were paying an astronomical amount of money on a lease, and we were able to spend half of what she would have spent on buying a car, then made sure they knew how to take care of the car, maintain the car. And
Right.
so that's the only way that you can actually make a difference is
Absolutely.
giving them the time and teaching them. And so that's what we spend a lot of time doing.
So during your time, and you can both answer this one, just whatever one. What is the case or something that gave you the most satisfaction? Do you have it?
Let me talk about the reason why I took on this job.
Okay,
right?
tell me.
I met Katie, and she was a good acquaintance of mine. And she said, why don't you just come and see the children? I'm really looking for a person to join the team, and I think you would be a good fit. So when I went to the Children's Museum and I saw 80 of the foster kids there, and I met one guardian, and I met one little boy that was 2 years old, had gone through a lot of abuse. I remember I went home and I did a lot of
You
crying
cried.
and I did a lot of soul searching. And I remember Katie and I had a conversation, and she said, you're going to know what to do. And I just knew at that moment, I said, I need to join this organization.
Yeah.
This is where I need to be right now in order to support Katie Black, who's an amazing human being,
Right.
and doing amazing work, because that lady does work 7 days a week.
I bet.
She is all over the place doing so much for so many, right, in our
yeah.
community. And just to help the organization, take it to the next level, because there's still a lot of people in the community that don't know who Voices for Children is.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm taking on that as a mission for myself, is to educate the people that really don't know what we do, for them to become part of our organization.
Right.
Because we're doing so much important work here in the community.
And that's why I think the idea of being able. Oh well, actually, we have some pictures. We didn't even.
Oh, okay,
we
yes.
have to talk, and we've only got 3 minutes to go. Hey, you want to bring? Okay, you can tell us what this is. But I was okay.
So this is actually a photo from the last Party for a Cause that we had. And so, like I said, we haven't been able to have that event since 2019. So these are a few pictures from the last Party for a Cause that we had.
So it was like 4 years ago.
And yes,
Yeah,
that was the last
pre-pandemic.
time they did it. But in that picture, there was Brad Meltzer, who is he's the
Oh,
one,
yeah,
the chair
yeah.
of the golf tournament, and,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
went
yeah, I
and
remember him.
participated as
Yeah.
well. And he's just amazing, and we really want to thank him for all the work that he does for
Right.
us.
Okay. Got any more? What else do you have? Well, do you have? There's no more.
Oh, the
I thought
video.
we had.
The
I thought we
video.
had a video.
Yes.
Let's see if we can find it. Bless that heart. Alex.
And cut.
For thousands of kids in Miami, the fear doesn't end here. They don't play the role of an abused kid. They don't pretend like they're alone. They don't fake panic. These are real people who suffer through real situations. Let's spread the word and make a difference. Help us change their lives with Voices for Children. Because reality can be harder, scarier, and stranger than fiction.
So there you go. Yeah. Okay, so it's what was the website?
BeAVoice.org
BeAVoice.org.
is
Okay,
the
so
Voices
that's
for
the place to
Children
go.
website. Yes, and
Yeah.
you can get all of the information as to how you can be trained to be a guardian, the events that we have coming up, the messages from our CEO, and she puts out great information all the time. So
Yeah.
go to BeAVoice.org and you can find all of the information there, especially to be trained to be a guardian. So
Right.
and donate if you want to donate.
And donate if you have the money. Yeah, be a great place to put it. Right.
That's
Yes.
right. Or
Yeah.
your time.
Or your time. Well, it's time, treasure. What is it? Time, treasure, and talent.
Yes.
That's
time,
the-
treasure, and talent. That is correct.
That's an old Catholic thing.
What a way to end the show. Time.
Yeah. Give
treasure,
give us
and
your
talent.
time, talent. Yeah.
Yes.
Treasure and talent. So
Yes.
thank you both so much for coming. I look forward to Thursday. And,
And thank you for all that you do in the community, Gloria.
oh,
And
Because
thank you so much
everybody-
for having us.
oh, no, it's entirely my pleasure.
Everybody loves you, and you just support everybody in this community that's doing such good work. And we
Well,
appreciate
it is such a blessing to be able to to know people like you that have such a big heart, that are doing so much, and I thank you because you're my heroes. So I've got to thank once again South Florida PBS.
Janacy and her group that's doing amazing work.
Dolores.
And she'll be at the party Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you so much for sponsoring us and for allowing us an opportunity to showcase Voices for Children.
We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
And
it.
Thank you.
so I wish you a lot of luck in the future. And I look forward to having you back so we can talk about your next event
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
So-
And Blue Mission.
and Blue Mission. So until next time, have a good week and make a difference.
Thank you.